that one goes to the backup quarterback once again. That's Reese calling for the fair catch. And Wyatt Golden and that starting offense goes right back out to the field. I mean, I was wondering, I was like, are we ever going to see the second string offense for Whitehall? I don't think they have one.
I don't think they do. There's the size of the team on the sideline here would indicate that they don't have too many backups to work with.
No. I mean, you and I were talking about it during the break. There is no transfer portal in high school.
Mm-hmm.
But the opportunity to transfer is definitely a lot easier than it's been in years past.
Right.
And Whitehall, a lot of the Southeast Arkansas teams have suffered from that, and Whitehall's one of them. They, of course, were pretty good last year. They got 3 wins, battling through a lot of adversity. So far, they're winless this year. Watson Chapel, the same thing. They had 2 wins last year, which was better than they had ever done in the previous 3 years. So far, they're winless. Pine Bluff, they're struggling as well. They're losing a lot of talent, and it's just something that's happening. You have talented players, but you lose that depth.
Yeah.
And that's the really impactful thing. I mean, we've seen a few receivers for Whitehall get banged up, and they're right back out there because there's no one else.
Well, and it's not even just getting banged up and having someone to replace them. It's also, those practices in the summers where you have guys battling it out. You have 2 guys battling for a position. If you don't have a decent amount of guys, athletes battling for a position, it kind of, I don't know, the competition for a starting spot, it always creates a better talent. You know what I mean? They say pressure creates diamonds, and that's the type of thing I'm talking about.
There was a face mask on Robinson, so the Bulldogs get a free UAMS first down. With 1:36 left to play in this ball game. 2 receivers. Right side, looks like 2 receivers on the left side as well. Okay, a few new faces for the Bulldogs in their receiving corps. Morgan Reese, one of them. Backup quarterback as well. Hunter Cheek, junior receiver. He's out there with them. Wallace trying to break through a hard run. That will bring up second down. Clock under a minute here, as it's 2nd and 6. Bulldogs kind of letting it wind just a bit. Wyatt Golden, of course, still the quarterback with Bitely to his right. Golden looking for somebody to get open. He decides to take it himself, gets a few yards on that rush. Of course, does not stop the clock as we're now down to 20 seconds left to play, and the last few Whitehall fans going ahead and packing it up as are they going to try to run another play? Nah, the receivers think no.
No, I don't think so.
No,
that's it.
Yeah, they're getting ready to go ahead and do some high fives. So just like that, your Joe T. Robinson Senators come away with a huge win in enemy territory. They wiped that score off the scoreboard very quickly, but what was it, 65-0
yes.
was the final score of this ball game, the largest scoring game for the Senators all season long. Whitehall, they dropped to 0-6 on the year. They will be on the road next week against Searcy, one of the top teams in 5A, and then your Joe T. Robinson Senators will be back on the road at BB. And something we've been doing so far, you and I did this last year, we got to give an offensive and a defensive MVP, but there's got to be one MVP by the end of it, so I'll let you start.
Well, I mean, I think it goes without saying it. I was about to say Dominio Patterson, but Deuce Williams. I mean, it's kind of hard not to say him. You could probably say him every single week. But, I mean, I want to highlight efforts like Reese Simpson, who delivered some great balls tonight and hit some guys in the end zone. But Deuce Williams, offensively, just outstanding performance. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, Dominio Patterson was in there. Probably Lennox Campos. Lennox Campos made some great plays on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. Another 3-touchdown game from Deuce Williams. First one with a passing touchdown. He's the offensive MVP. But Dominio Patterson was making some big plays in the middle. Like you said, I mean, that entire D-line was really incredible. But from the get-go, you called it. It was Fisher Taylor and Dominio Patterson, especially Patterson, making those big plays up front. He's my defensive MVP. But overall MVP, we can both agree it's Deuce Williams.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you all for tuning in tonight. Jake, thank you for joining me this week. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. We will see you next week at BB. Until then, have a great evening. Drive safe. God bless, and go Senators!